Greetings, welcome to day 11 of AutoForge's development. So, I was working on physics and we made some progress. So, I was pulling over the physics system that I had set up for Project Dig, and it's fairly basic because we actually use another project called Box2D. It's a library that has 2D physics, and it's great. It's used a lot of places. I think I mentioned it yesterday. And so really all we just needed to do was create a wrapper around Box2D. And that's exactly what we did. So I can show you that. We have this physics world that wraps around a Box2D world. If we go check out the code, down here a little bit, you can see we have it here. And really all that does is it allows us to be able to, it sets up a world whenever it's created. And then we're able to add entities to this physics world, and it, asserts that they have a physics component, and then it creates a body for that entity within the physics world. And then we can remove it, and then we update at some fixed time step interval. We update the world, and then we're also updating the positioning for the entities. And that's really it as far as the physics go. We allow resetting. Another big thing that we added in. So that was it for like the physics world as far as just like being able to simulate things within it. But another big aspect about it is that we need collision within the tile maps. So we need to be able to say, hey, this is the ground, this is solid. Whenever you step on it or touch it, whatever, you need to collide with it. And so I added in support to be able to set a tile map within the physics world. And what that does is it goes through and it will set up these little chunks for the tile physics. And so it's kind of like grouping up the tiles together, and it will try to be smart about it. Creating the bodies. And right now it actually needs a little bit more work, where we need to like use the tile data to set up the fixtures, because we might want to be able to say something like, oh, this ground here is slippery, or it has a higher restitution, so whenever you jump on it you actually like bounce a little bit, whatever. So it'd be good to add in some support for that. And then we draw it all. And so it ends up looking not like that. Let me close that out. There we go. And as you can see, we have physics. If I restart it, you'll see like we have our tiles here. Go ahead and restart it. And you can see that this little pudding drops and bounces. I don't have creating entities. That's something I did before, but you could like create a bunch of entities and they fall down onto the ground. That's really it. It's very simple. Box2D is a great library that really made this easy to do. We have a physics component. We go to physics. There we go. It just has a body for the Box2D body, and then all of the definitions to be able to initialize the body. So really simple in that regard. And that's it. We're done with the physics for now. So I actually did start kind of moving on from that, and I was looking at here. I'll move this over here. I was starting to look at the project management side of things, and we're using Jira for that, and just kind of figuring out what do we need to do for wrapping up the engine milestone. I know that we want to get this done before we really start working on the gameplay. And so this engine milestone focuses on getting the engine working, setting up tooling, and setting up Lua integration, and being able to like have a Lua gameplay loop. So that way, whenever we do move on to the next milestone, we're able to just focus on the gameplay and not really have to worry about like, oh, this feature is missing in the engine, I have to go add this now, and like, going back and forth. Hopefully we can just, wrap this up, hit the gameplay, and plow through that. I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to take us to get through this, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Maybe a few weeks at most. We've actually gotten a lot of work done since we're able to leverage all the work I did for Project Dig. So yeah, we're making great progress. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, that would be awesome for you to do. And if you are not following my Twitch channel, you should check that out. I stream every day. Hope to see you guys around. Thanks for watching.